This episode of WoW Weekly is brought to you by WoWweekly.net, your source for Warcraft and Blizzard news, guides, and editorials.
Next year in Warcraft, a legendary follower, improvements to the garrison, and the heirloom collection tab. I'm Mezzy and welcome to our weekly episode number 56. And as usual, I'm joined by LJ with a tier, what is it, 6?
Tier
Tier
2.
2 robe.
Yes, my tier 2. I am the
bought it.
ultimate nerd.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I agree. It's Christmas. Screw it.
Yeah. Also joining us is Matt. Welcome back, Matt.
Hi.
Just being his regular self.
Just being his regular self. It's crazy enough.
Yeah, I've never had any stupid bathrobes at all or anything like that. No, never.
No. It's
I
not
haven't
like
got
for the first 40 podcasts we used a picture of you in a Star Wars bathrobe or anything.
Exactly, the Wookiee.
It wasn't
And how
a
many
Wookiee,
freaking mugs do you have and such?
It was a Jedi.
I see.
Oh.
I see.
What do you mean?
It just looked like a Wookiee in it.
What do you mean by silly mugs?
Wow.
Wild thing. Right. Alright.
Okay.
How many mugs do you have standing next to you?
How much are you drinking?
What the hell?
Any more?
Oh,
Any more?
Your fiancée also sits there regularly, doesn't she? So
Chicken
yeah.
soup?
So
So that's like 5 already?
It's a bit messy here, to be fair.
Matt, do you ever do the dishes?
Yes, and that is my job after the podcast.
Okay. I can understand that, especially if you have 5 mugs sitting right next to you.
Yeah. Well, you don't know the amount of mugs we have in the house. Emma's obsessed with buying. I think we have 8 of them. Not Mr. Messy, but different Mr. Men.
I see.
She's obsessed. But anyway, we diverge.
Blame it on the fiance. I bet it's all you.
Always.
Yes. So let's get to World of Warcraft, shall we?
Yes.
This week we got a preview for what's in store for 2015. And overall, looking pretty good. I'd suggest we just go through the points one by one.
I want you to read the first line.
Sure, I'll do that. I
want you to read it in your...
The undertone, people! Note the undertone!
Yes, it is a sentence that annoys me a bit. And after that we'll get to the features. But basically, the first sentence, or let's say the first few sentences are... World of Warcraft has had an eventful year.
No, quite an eventful year.
Oh, quite an eventful year.
Quite one, yes.
Wow. We released the newest expansion, Warlords of Draenor, on November 13th. So you're starting with the 11th month in this eventful year. Very interesting.
Very good year!
It's been a very good year.
The first raid opened up in early December. The 12th month. Really? And players have had a go at some of Draenor's most fearsome foes. Huh. So, November and December...
That was the previous 10 months.
Yes. So, we
four
start in
fearsome foes.
November. Did you guys know the year began in November?
I know.
Or,
It's
the
new
first
for me.
10 months.
Yeah. It's new.
I mean, yeah.
Short years, 2 months.
I mean... I understand they need to be positive about it, but to say the whole year was quite eventful, when really all the events were in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Right, Blizzard.
Last impressions, huh? So
Yeah, I mean there are different words you can use than eventful to make it more positive. But come on, eventful year.
Yeah, everything.
10
But
months of Orgrimmar after Orgrimmar had been out for 4 months already. Not quite eventful, Blizzard. Come on. Disappointing.
I thought you guys had so much fun in Orgrimmar.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, the previous podcast, we never complained once
No.
about Orgrimmar.
Alright. That was my gripe with how the post started out. I thought it was bullshit.
Let's go over
Excuse
to
my
the
French.
positive things.
But let's go over to the positive things. So, we start off with something pretty damn awesome. We're gonna get the first legendary follower in the legendary chain quest. So that'll be in patch 6.1, obviously. And it will have suitable legendary abilities. I'd say that's pretty damn awesome. I wonder what type of abilities it'll have, though. Will it have, like, 400% increased gain from resource missions?
I'm quite intrigued also to figure out who it's going to be. Because think about it, it's going to be a legendary follower. So you've already got, like, there's a few followers you've got who are quite funny, but you've got, like, Leroy as one of your, like, epic ones. So you've got Admiral Taylor, yeah, and stuff like that. So there's 2 or 3 that you already know that followers you've got from the quest line stuff previously.
Yeah.
So, legendary. It's going to have to be my French people, but a shit-hot person. Shit-hot character.
Can it be Thrall so I can deactivate him?
No!
I was thinking it might be a faction leader of some sort, to be honest. I mean, it can be one of those, or a notable lore character, or something like that, with like 3 abilities instead of 2, and it's like having 100% more scavenger, or
There is
stuff like that.
There is one character that is doing not a lot at the moment in this expansion. You might be able to tell me I'm completely wrong.
Who?
Rexar doesn't seem to be doing a lot.
Rexar doesn't do a lot anyways.
No, I feel like he's more of a side character.
Yeah.
He has his own thing going in Draenor.
Yeah.
How about Rathian?
I think there's bigger plans for Rathian.
Probably.
Yeah. And I think he's on the side of he's annoyed a lot of people at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's sort of keeping low profile.
Probably best at the moment, yeah. But you never know with Khadgar. He's not Alliance nor Horde.
No, but would they make the quest giver the reward?
Oh, I'm not saying Khadgar, but Khadgar might do business with Rathian. And that's what I'm talking about.
Ah.
Because he knows how powerful
possible.
Rathian is.
Yeah, you never know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be. It's going to have to. They are going to have to make it someone of a note.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be one of these. Hey, look, it's Dave.
Oh, you got Dave. I got Steve.
You know what I mean?
Steve.
But you know what I mean? It can't be like a lot of these characters that we've got as followers. Yeah, I love. Do I know any of them actually? Apart from Admiral Taylor and Leroy, that we
Crow
know, and Crowman.
Well,
That guy's amazing.
And the only reason, as I said, and actually, did we mention? Have you mentioned this in a podcast since?
What?
I don't think we have.
If it's lore stuff, it's been
Not
over
lore.
a month since it's been out, so spoilers, just in case Matt is going to say something spoiler.
No, this isn't spoiler, but where you see Crowman.
The slag mines, you mean?
Well, I tweeted it at the start of at the Dark Portal. I tweeted out the.
I don't know. What are we talking about?
I told you were there, Mr.
You were
LJ.
there.
Could
Basically, for reminding LJ, when you go in the Dark Portal quest for the very first time, run down and there's all the big fighting. You go to on the right hand side.
Oh, that Crowman is there. Yeah.
I think Crowman is actually there in all its gear fighting. And then I just randomly one day I thought, what? It's him.
Yeah.
And then you get him as a thing. You get him as a follower.
What I don't understand, at the Dark Portal, he's in full gear, armor, all that. You recruit him as a follower, he's not wearing much because he was kidnapped, whatever, blah blah blah. But then when you start giving him item upgrades, he still doesn't get his gear back. What the hell is up with that?
Oh man, he doesn't need it.
He doesn't need gear. He is Crowman the
he is
Barbarian.
above that.
Sorry. He has got a
That's
barbarian name.
wrong guy. He's Crowman the Terminator. Oh wait. Oh shit. Oh no.
Is Crowman governor of I mean, no.
Oh, shit.
I want your shoes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Anyway.
So,
I love those things in World of Warcraft. Blizzard is still awesome in that.
Yeah, and Millhouse again. If you got there's another really quite iconic character. But so the bar's already set with the epic ones you get. All the epic ones are actually quite good.
Yeah.
So the legendary follower, I think, is going to have to be someone good. If they don't make it somebody good, and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about one of the really like Jane or somebody like that.
No.
Because I think not a faction leader, because that sort of takes the mick a little bit. I'm a commander. You're my boss. Do this.
You have a point there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
those things for some logs so we can build stuff.
Yes. I'm going to make you clean the latrine. Do it, bitch. No. You know what I mean?
If you get a faction leader, that should be an achievement.
Yes.
Make them clean the latrine. But no, it's going to have to be somebody, and it's going to be interesting seeing who, because they've got to get it right. Even though it looks really good, and yes, it will be a legendary follower, I don't want to be too. They can't make it someone not at the sort of that level and slightly above.
Yeah.
And it's going to be quite interesting.
I would love to have someone like Akama be the legendary follower.
That would be that. To be fair, if you actually look at the way this expansion's gone, and and how everybody knows him, I reckon that probably would be a very, very good bet, or a very good level
type
of
NPC.
Yeah, that type of NPC that everybody knows. There's probably 3 or 4 of them around that you've seen that have been there and stuff like that. Like
just as long as it isn't Iroh.
No,
not
faction leader.
It could be, and also when you think about it, Irel. I mean, she isn't a faction leader yet, and I just threw away my pen. I don't know why.
Yes,
but she's training to become a faction leader as such. So that might be, the storyline for it, that she needs to learn stuff. Become better and not be so sucky much.
Well,
the thing is, as we said, a couple of us disagree with the whole story of IRL. Yeah. I think we are far enough into it now for most people, to a lot of people read this, to have seen how far we are in everything. And I quite like her story and stuff like that. It's not about. I know the ins and outs that Mezzy has. That there is a couple of times she can be a bit useless, but
a bit.
I quite like the whole gist of the story. I think Tok doesn't mind it either. But take that aside, I don't think it would be. It's been too much based on her to make her a follower. I just think it sort of goes back a step. But we'll say it's going to be interesting to see who choose.
What is the counterpart for the Horde again? Doomhammer? No, not one of the. Yeah, Orgrim is, but he has a son, right?
Oh yeah.
Does he?
I thought he did. I'm not sure, but it could be something like
here's the thing. The vacation is coming up, or rather the couple of days off. We need to start playing our Horde characters.
I agree.
So we get that part of the story as well.
I need to level. I need to level mine.
I want, I have a Horde character on the server we are already on, but we also have the 2 other ones. I mean, which one?
Yeah, the boosted ones.
Yeah, but
Theridon, I believe.
Yeah, but can you connect those? Can you cross-realm level together?
I think so.
That might be a possibility, because I really want to level that character up on this. But that's
anyway. Speaking of tweeting 10 minutes ago, they're also working on a feature to be able to tweet, including screenshots directly from within WoW, making it easier than ever to let friends know about your achievements and item drops.
Really?
Yes.
Sleeping! Yay!
It's called Pepe's favorite new feature. I'm not sure if you guys followed it on Twitter or maybe on social media in general. No. But Pepe, the bird you get in your garrison if you are able to stand near it, which includes jumping, then it's a bird that's on your head for an hour. And it will go anywhere with you, including raids.
The cute little thing. Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Yes, that's bird. So they're going to allow tweeting from within the game.
I don't.
It's all
Well,
right.
At least you can share your account information and your passwords simpler like that. So that everybody can hack you.
It's gonna be probably good for people, say like Mezzy ourselves that do the websites and the fan function. I just think for random people saying, look, I got a mythic item.
Like 95% of the people, oh my god, loser, what the hell, nerd, defriend, or
you might as well just go, hey, look, I've gone to Lou.
Here's the thing. Will you actually be able to read other people's tweets in game as well, so that you can sort of build a Twitter network with your guildies and stuff like that?
Oh,
it's gonna be horrible. Like, I already hate it when people spam the broadcast, and then people start spamming. Look, tweet, just like right screen full of tweets. People just tweeting. I mean,
just
I already
imagine that.
the rage.
Sorry, we wiped. Someone tweeted me.
I mean, there would have to
follow me on Twitter, and we're dead.
But if they would do something like that, because it needs to be a two-way thing, otherwise there isn't much interaction. So maybe you'd have to open a window like you would options for writing a ticket. So if you were raiding, then it wouldn't actually pop up, blah blah blah, tweeted you.
Suppress notifications or something like that, yeah.
Whatever it does, it sounds depressing.
Well, here's the thing. I've been on Twitter for WoW Weekly, so about a year now. You get some useful information from it, especially when devs start tweeting about their solutions on Twitter.
Yeah, say dev information and stuff like that. Yeah, that is useful.
Yeah, so then is the question, would you also receive the dev tweets standard as a standard feature?
You'd have to presume.
Because they have a dedicated Twitter account now called Warcraft Devs for tweeting out changes that are coming.
Well, it could be one way of them notifying people instead of, at the login screen or nowadays the character screen just on the left-hand side that you have that breaking news thing. But, I mean...
Yeah, but even there, they don't tweet out like X is going to be buffed or Y is nerfed, so...
Maybe they will start doing that? You never know. It might be part of the plan of incorporating that.
Yeah, because if they're going to incorporate something like this, they need to do it right so that there's a feedback to the player as well, that they actually get information easier, because not a lot of players go to the forums. So in this sense, then they could capitulate, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean, on it to... Capitalize, there we go. Capitalize on the chance to get more engagement with the community right through the game itself. They don't need to go to an external source. Or even the web browser, for that matter.
Might even be nice if they have like the official fan sites that they also can broadcast or whatever.
Yes.
To their followers.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, or they'll have an official fan sites. There'll be a link you can probably select. I want to listen to that one, or something like that.
Yeah.
There is some pros and cons to it. I just think.
Oh, definitely.
I think the way they've worded it, saying you can treat your epic loots or something.
Yeah.
It's sort of like.
They can do much more with it than what they're saying now, right?
But they're also saying, like, I think that they are saying, like, it's still in like pre-alpha phase, this. So we'll be testing this functionality on the patch 6.1 PTR. So it's still far.
There's not even a guarantee that it'll be in 6.1.
Exactly. I mean, it might. It's just a brain fart they have at the moment, and they're just going to see where the window will take it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, right into their neighbor's house. But yeah, we'll see what happens with it. I think it's not a bad thing, but with social media, it's taking over the world more and more, and it's a bit. It can be quite in your face, so I can get that a lot of people won't enjoy something like this added to the game. So
it can be quite tiring.
Yeah,
I think.
So
yeah, I agree. I think if it's used for very useful things like as you said, dev developments and stuff like that, and giving information about the game out, then I think it will be a very, very good point. I think making it easy never is like friends know what achieve.
Who cares?
I don't care. I'm not gonna. But there are people gonna do it.
There's going to be people. There's going to be people doing it, and fair enough. But it doesn't seem a particular brilliant thing, if you know what I mean. For that fact,
it's not something they should have high on the priority.
No, at least not as how it's written now.
Yeah, it shouldn't be on the big announcement second thing in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like more like a page 8 kind of thing.
It's more of a, by the way, we're doing this.
Yeah.
Sure, but
to
even
be fair,
that, let's go right to the third thing, because the third thing isn't that big of an announcement, I feel, either, is increasing the Flight Master competency. So they have some new tech in the works that will allow Flight Masters to provide more direct routes to your destination, regardless of the flight points that your character knows.
Basically, what this post says, what it says here, we're going to increase the IQ of the Flight Masters.
Yes.
They're actually going to fly you directly to where you want and not through 5 flight points beforehand, so they can charge more. It's not New York anymore. Okay.
Basically, they're flying people direct, like most airplanes would, and not like the Irish people, Ryanair, who fly people everywhere around. And you go into, say, one part in Spain, you land 85 miles away.
There goes the sponsorship from Ryanair.
Oh, trust me, Ryanair would not sponsor anyone. He's too tight.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. If we're going to talk about flights for a moment, it feels like a lot more flights are indirect these days. So they're going to more World of Warcraft flight mastery instead of the other way around.
Oh, you are so sad. Punch yourself in the face.
Okay.
Anyway, apart from that.
I don't mind the flights as they are right now. It allows you to get a drink, for example, get something to eat.
True.
So
it's also like a page 8 thing. I mean, fine, okay, next point, to be honest. I mean,
yeah, exactly. So
the flight paths are getting better. Woo!
Woohoo! So the next one is titled "All About That Base." Oh dear God.
Base.
So, garrison improvements, tweaks, and other additions are on the horizon. While we're working on some bigger additions for later on, we have a lot of other changes and additions you'll see on the next PTR. We're working on making visiting your friends' garrisons feel more rewarding, with a daily visitor to set you and your friends on a fun random task, complete with rewards, achievements, and a meta achievement for finishing all the tasks. Some new items to spend on your garrison resources. I really like that one, because I'm at nearly 8k resources. New missions, new items to change your followers with, a new tier of garrison invasion difficulty, and new profession building missions, and a whole lot more. All in all, it sounds like pretty good stuff, because indeed, professions are lacking right now.
Yeah. I think the garrison as a whole, at the moment, once you've completed it, it is, like we've discussed before the podcast, it's a bit repetitive. Every day you do the same things. It's nice to have a base, but I want it to be more vibrant, do more shit in there, not every day the same thing. Yeah. I mean, it's just I wake up, I do my professions a little bit, I do herbs and the mine on one character because I have enough time for that, not the other two. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's I like the garrisons as an idea, but they need to keep improving them, need to keep upgrading them. I mean, by the end of the expansion, I want to have the garrisons, teeming with life and doing stuff, and you really want to go to the garrison not because you have to do it, because you need stuff.
Sure. There are two things. Let's see. First of all, the daily visitor. It's not like I already have enough to do in one day. I mean, I'm glad they're doing it, but on the other side, I don't have the time for that.
It's only an achievement that we all want because we're all completionists.
Exactly.
Except Matt. Matt's Matt. So.
Yeah, Matt's Matt.
Well, I do achievements if they're there, but I'm not a big achievement whore. Never have been. I don't see the point in spending all the time doing some extremely pointless achievement. I did at one stage start trying to do a pet one by catch all the pets in these zones are like, oh god, I'm bored now.
Yes, but
I just arrived at the area and I'm bored.
Therein lies your
That
error. Going for pet battles.
Pet battles are alright.
No, they're not. They're insane.
It's
I know
like
some
Pokemon, man.
It's nothing like Pokemon.
Because I've got to catch them all.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Right. So
I went there.
one thing they have in the post is the having more things to spend your resources on. But they already said they were going to do that in the beta, like half a year ago. Why didn't they do it then?
Better late than never.
Well, it's been quite a busy year.
Yeah, quite an eventful year. They've had so many things.
Yes, very eventful.
Maybe not had time to because it has been quite an eventful one.
Yes, absolutely. Hearthstone came out this year.
11 months of fecking. Well, to be fair, actually, I'm going to almost defend them. I don't know I'm saying this.
Oh dear.
Fire him.
No, because
Drop from call.
however much you hate the fact of what is they're actually saying, if you actually look at the core of it, for Blizzard in general, it has actually been a very eventful year.
Yes, but the sentence is, World of Warcraft has had quite an eventful year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
If they would have said Blizzard's had quite an eventful year. I mean, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch,
which I really want to play.
World of Warcraft, than the last few previous 2 months, stuff like that. I mean, the whole Blizzard as a whole has been very eventful. I mean, that's there's no denying that. But World of Warcraft, no,
it's been not so eventful.
Anyway, let's get back to the garrisons. Any changes you would like to see before they actually start rolling stuff out to the PTR?
Yes, I want to customize it so I can make all the roofs pink.
Drop call from call.
Oh, I can never take you seriously again after how.
That's
I'm a builder. What do you want?
I want to customize it so I can make all my house pink.
It's before you actually answer the question, it feels like we're still in the Cards Against Humanity game from yesterday.
Yeah, it does, to be honest.
Oh wow!
I take it was wrong as normal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was terrible, and I won both games, so that already indicates that it went very, very dark.
Oh, God. Well, so I mean, Rolf and Warren, so yeah.
So anyway, garrisons changes. Back to the subject for the third time.
No, but I think that I don't know what they could change a lot. I mean, of course, what you can spend with the resources itself, but I mean, add new buildings. I don't think that's really needed because some of the buildings are already useless. I would say, like the Gnomish Gearworks. It's fun, but
Yeah, maybe putting, as you said, extra things in some of the buildings. Some of them are useless, but even the ones that now were quite useful at the start.
Yeah.
Meh.
Like the what is it? The
Dwarven Bunker.
Dwarven Bunker, exactly that. Okay, you get the seal. That's useful, but basically you get it for free. You don't get an extra one, so it saves you a little bit of money / resources.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the transmogrification set from it, which I already completed the other day. So now I can go for the Stormwind set. Woo!
Yeah, may I say that the leather set is hideous. The best looking set for me is the cloth set. It actually looks quite good.
The best set in general is still the plate set, though. That one looks awesome.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the leather set looks absolutely shite.
The male one as well. It's just freaking terrible.
Well, at least you can get the set from what's it called? The where you get the crates from? What's that called again? Salvage yard.
Yeah.
That also gives a transmog set. So
yes. However, for hunters, the shoulders are invisible because that outfit had the dwarven ranger outfit. It doesn't have shoulders. The helmet is terrible, by the way. It should have been the cloth cap thing. But that aside,
I got the shotgun the other day on my hunter, so that's pretty cool. Just this
old
school double-barreled shotgun.
I don't think I've ever
Shot my
had.
lawn.
Anyway, the shoulders, because they're invisible, you can't actually transmog to them because it won't transmog to nothing. Oh dear God, Blizzard. And I tweeted about it, but no response. Submitted a bug report, but at this moment I doubt it'll even be fixed.
It might be, but we'll see.
I hope so, because so many sets, not just this transmog set for hunters, would go well with not having shoulders.
Well, to be honest, Hunter, if you look back at all the Hunter sets, they don't have a lot of good transmogs, I think.
No.
Most of the I think from all the classes, they are the worst with tier sets, often. And then you have the Druids, who you can't even see, but they have better sets.
Yes.
Because they're a cat or a boomkin, or back in the day they were a tree, or they're still a bear, or whatever. I mean, but no, let's give them great-looking sets. Brilliant.
Yeah. So, but for the Dwarven Bunker / War Mill, for those cosmetic items, I would really just like them to become cosmetic transmog items, so any class can wear any of the clan sets. That would make much more sense and would make the bunker much more useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For transmog.
But I think that's one thing. Hopefully, if they do change a few bits and bobs, then maybe just make, as you said, just utilize it a bit better and make them all a little bit more point. Because at the moment, you do sort of sit there a lot of the rooms and think, yeah, I've done that now. Like the inn now. Yeah, I get dailies and stuff like that, but overall the inn is really pointless.
The treasure follower missions, I mean, they're not too bad.
Yeah.
And getting a follower once a week to get to that 40 follower achievement.
Which reminds me, I've not done mine yet this week, so I'll pick a follower when I log back on.
Oh shit, I need to do that as well, yeah.
So, before we head on to the next one, the one change I really, really, really want to see, and I would even pay Garrison resources for it to happen, have an NPC collect the ore from the mine, so I can just collect it from a box.
Even if it would mean like a 10% discount or deduction of the total.
If it was 50 resources per day, have it, go. It would save so much time.
Do you know what I've actually, because as I said, this week, I've had sort of a rest off it this week because, I don't know, I just thought, I need a bit of a rest. And...
Poor soul.
I know, I'm so tired.
He has a soul?
Right. You poor black hole.
But I just can't, I do the herb garden because, it's a herb garden, nice type of stuff. I have no willpower to even bother trying to do me because it's such a big building. You're sort of like, there's so much. Which it's fair enough.
Well, I still do it for the
primal spirits. I do it on 3 alts. I haven't done it on any of the others because it just takes so long. So, Blizzard, if you're by some small chance watching, do something about that. I'd pay 50 resources per day for it.
I'd pay 100 resources for it. So.
Well, 100 might be a bit much.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I would pay...
We're already haggling prices for the implementation that's probably not going to happen anyway.
Might as well just start imagining big, huh?
Yeah. Alright, so...
Let's go on to the next bit.
And move on to the next one.
Trading gold for game time.
Yes, that's a bit controversial.
Ooh.
They're going to... they're exploring the possibility of giving players a way to buy tradable game time tokens for the purpose of exchanging them in a game with other players for gold. So basically, what their intention is going to be, you, as a rich fat cat for some reason, have extra money to spend, but you're bad at gold collecting. So you buy some of the game time tokens. So I guess they'd be like 26 euros for the 2 months type of thing. And you get a token for that in-game, and then you could put it on the auction house, for example, and sell it for X amount of gold. Or if you have a friend who makes a lot of gold but has a hard time keeping up with earning money, then you could trade with him game time for gold, basically. That's what it comes down to. It's interesting because this sort of intervenes with gold sellers and stuff like that. You have an in-game currency then for money, but which is actually game time because Blizzard gets all the money then in the end.
As they always tend to do.
So what are we supposed to think about this?
It's not the first game that's doing it.
It's not the first game. There's a lot of games doing it at the moment. I know.
Who's it doing?
Wild Star, when I first started playing that, they were doing something very similar, but I think they were doing it as in you could actually play the game. You could continually play the game, get to a certain point where you could, if you played it enough, you could almost self-sustain yourself on the game without paying for it.
Okay.
But again, there were people who had shed loads of money in the game paying for these things, so they didn't have to pay for the game. I don't know. I'm not a great fan of it. I just think it's a way of getting money.
Another way of getting money.
Yeah, it's just another. I'm not sure if I like it. It's
you'd basically convert real life money into gold.
Yeah, they're basically gold selling.
You're already doing that, to be honest. You're buying game time.
No. What they're basically doing is they're basically gold selling without giving it a name. Gold selling.
Yeah.
They're basically saying that we will sell you this token. You're buying the token, so we're not bad. What you do with that token is nothing down to us. And then when that person then sells that token for 10k, 5k, 4k, 20k,
100k,
100k,
100k, I would say more or less.
But do you know what I mean? For the people who play the game continuously, like we've got a bloke. I don't know how much money you lot have. I don't have a particularly a lot, but
200, 300k.
If you
like
Rolf, is it Rolf? He's at the cap.
Probably.
Gold cap, and
well, not anymore because he bought all those 665 items.
What I know is that Rolf is pretty poor at the moment. Yeah.
Oh yeah, pretty poor. He's probably only got 300, 400k at the moment.
Yeah,
must be hard for him. My heart bleeds. But no, it is a bit of a situation when you sit there going, really? I wish they'd just be honest with it. I wish they'd say, just do gold selling. I don't know what you mean. If they really that badly think, oh, we want to try and stop people gold selling, just do it themselves. Don't do roundabout ways of doing it.
Sure, but the other side of the coin is people being able to play the game, earn gold through playing the game, and then self-sustaining the subscription with playing the game.
Yeah, that's a good point but
I've got to start selling more stuff.
Yeah.
We're back, guys.
It's good, yes, in that sense. The people that play the game absolutely shed loads of do what they want. They can self-sustain them playing the game, and they're not paying money. But again, it's a win-win situation for Blizzard because they're not losing anything. Blizzard have done something that means they're not losing anything. You're going to have some people, as you said, with lots of money thinking, I can get a fair bit of money here. Let's buy a game token. Buy a game token, sell it in-game. So it all depends how much a game token is. Is it going to be a 3-month token? Is it going to be a month token? Or is it one month am I going to have an extra tenner? Do I think, sod it. I'll buy a game token, sell it in-game, I'm sorted for a while. So, I don't know. Yes, it's a good idea in that sense, but it's basically game. It's gold, selling gold just by another name.
Yeah. I think we've pretty much covered everything. Sure, Blizzard is going to gain from it, but there are players who are going to gain from it as well. So, for jaded people like us, we'll have to deal with it. I think that's the only thing left to say. We have to deal with it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's. I can see the pros. I can see the cons. It is basically gold selling by a cheaper name, but what can you say?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to the next part of the plan for 2015, or at least for 6.1, I guess. The Heirloom collection. I'll just read it out first, what they had to say. We're pretty far along in development on the much talked about Heirloom tab. This will bring the whole Heirloom system into a single account-wide collection UI and provide a clear purchase/upgrade path for all items. Heirlooms already on characters will be collected into the new UI, similar to other collection features. Base level heirlooms will be purchasable from vendors, and upgrade tokens that can be used on the heirlooms to raise their effectiveness to additional level caps will be obtainable through different forms of content. So, I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I presume that's to stop people like ourselves having to like, oh, leather worker, swap the leather to another character.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's streamlining something that's already in place, which is going to be a good thing.
Yeah, if I understand correctly from this paragraph, that the UI will show you where to get the base item and where to get the upgrades.
Yeah.
That would be great because the heirlooms as they were before 6.0, they were scattered all over the place.
Oh.
You could get an upgrade there, you could get a heirloom base item there. And it wasn't always you had to go to external websites to find out where the hell do I actually get the heirloom.
Yeah.
So having
like WoW Weekly.
well, actually, no, we didn't have anything on heirlooms.
Oh, you slack.
Well,
How can we not have? Oh.
Matt, how about you do something about that? Oh, look how fast he's running away.
I shall have a look afterwards.
Oh dear.
Right.
Challenge accepted.
Anyway, having that information within the game itself, within that easily accessible UI, great. I'm all for it.
Yeah, same here. Nothing to complain about this. This is an option. I think
No.
that was a cat. I think there was an option that.
Did you see my face, LJ?
Yeah, I saw your face. That's probably a cat. So.
I'm going to grab the cat now. Bear with me. He's climbing up my leg.
All right. Whatever its name
have
is, get him in the face.
Hello.
Sick him.
We have our mascot.
Hey, hello. Emma realised last night. She said she wanted to should have called it a Batgirl cat because of the black patch on her face.
Oh yeah.
Now go away, little cat.
Yes.
Anyway, enough of him.
Yes.
No, what I was saying, the heirlooms. I mean, that's
Heirlooms, yeah.
nothing to say about that. That's perfect.
No,
that's great.
that's
I mean,
just
that's a good upgrade.
I mean,
Yeah.
take a moment, guys. We have nothing to complain about this paragraph.
I know.
Exactly. It's
This
special.
paragraph actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
Cherish
actually
it.
does.
And also, it runs a lot in what they've been aiming to do with the
Mm-hmm.
the expansion. They've been aiming to sort of align a lot of functions they have, which probably weren't working as intended.
Yeah.
You know what Blizzards are like with working as intended.
Yep.
Everything is working as intended. How dare you?
Always.
So, the next paragraph. It's about esports. Now, when it comes to World of Warcraft, I don't really give a rat's ass about esports.
Yeah.
I love watching Hearthstone. I love watching StarCraft, even some Dota 2. But wow, Warcraft Arena is just so boring to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched a Warcraft Arena. I've played a couple. I've had a go. I don't mind having a go at Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think? Isn't one of the best setups at the minute? This is only going for Martin Gale. Isn't like 2 Brewmaster monks completely overpowered at the moment in
No
Arena?
idea.
I think it is
idea.
something completely sad like that. That 2 Brewmaster monks going in is that silly. It's untrue.
So, here's the thing. Their plans are to make a better UI, helping spectating and stuff like that. So maybe that could get people like us interested into watching the Arena esports scene. Not much else to say.
No,
Well,
I mean,
we know so little about the actual subject.
As you said,
Exactly.
we don't watch that much Arena. I've done a little bit here and there. I don't particularly enjoy it. It's not one of those things. You never know if you had a certain commentator on there, because I think a lot of esports, a lot of sports in general and esports the same, are made a lot better by whoever's commentating on it and giving their knowledge and stuff like that.
So yeah.
So if they did have someone who knew everything about what they were talking about, who was doing the oh my god, all that type of rubbish, making everyone else excited.
The typical American, then.
Typical American, yeah. Oh my god, look at that!
That's
Backstabbed in
amazing.
there. He's just face planted him into the floor.
Yeah, look, hear the crowd go wild.
You know, that type of thing. Then, it depends, but yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah.
Right.
Next.
Anyway. The next one shouldn't be a surprise. The new Blood Elf models are also mentioned in the preview, along with additional changes to other models based on the player and internal feedback.
Next subject.
Next.
Yeah.
We know it's going to happen. Great.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Not something worth mentioning specifically.
Yeah.
Hopefully they do.
All right, so the next one. Have you guys tried queuing for Ashran?
Yes.
Once.
One time. Never again.
Yes, never again. We're continuing to focus on realm pairing and tech changes to help ensure even more fights between the Alliance and the Horde, as well as reduce the queue times to get into the PvP zone for realms experiencing them. Well, on Emerald Dream, it's pretty effing bad, at least from when I've tried.
Yeah.
Further into the coming year, our focus will be on updating and expanding the content Ashran offers in new big ways, but we'll have more info on that as we get closer to the patches beyond 6.1.
Ooh, naked mud wrestling. No, just me.
Okay, I'm going to ignore that.
Please do.
Yes. I mean, how many times am I going to have to make the drop from Call Joe? Seriously, Matt. So, Ashran, one of the big features of Warlords, but it's hard to actually get into it. That one's rather wrong, or bad, I should say.
I do, on this, now I'm going to speak for Emerald Dream and Terranus. We are matched. And our little group, I can't remember how many servers are involved in it. On our group, it is not working as intended. Because I think I've queued for it twice, and the first time I queued for it, I must have been in queue for about an hour, maybe longer, because I forgot I was queued for it and then logged off.
Yeah.
I went to bed. I think I just logged off and started doing something. I think I just had something else to do, so I thought, yeah, I'll log off now. I completely forgot I was queuing for it. So this server especially, it's just not. And you look and get trade chat a lot of the time, and there's a lot of people moaning about it, saying they've been in queue for 20, 30, 40 minutes. I just gave up. I couldn't be bothered. So, yeah, they obviously know there's an issue, so hopefully they'll fix it.
Yeah. Anything to add to that, LJ? Otherwise, we'll just move on.
No, that's basically it.
So, the next paragraph is titled Game Ogre. The puns are really coming out in...
it's amazing, this is.
This article. So, Highmaul progression will continue through the new year, and Blackrock Foundry won't come out until February. If I could have some cheer type of sound effects, I would, because great. We have had Mythic Highmaul for 2 weeks now? Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we're about to go into the Christmas season, so that's going to be 2 weeks of people being away, so not being able to progress at all, because you probably won't have the team to do even 20-man Mythic.
Yeah, there's going to be, and that's just not going to be, it's going to be a lot of people affected by it, so I think that's just common sense.
Yeah, so effectively we'll have 6 weeks of Mythic progression for us lesser guilds that haven't cleared already, before we enter Heroic Blackrock Foundry. It's a decent amount, I'd say. I mean, the thing is with these two-tiered tiers is they're awkward, as in terms of when do you stop going to the lower tier part of the tier before you only focus on the higher. So in in Mists, it was from the Mogashan Vaults to the absolutely very awful raid tier.
Heart of Fear.
Heart of Fear. I mean, I really didn't like that place at all.
Me neither.
I think we're sort of tainted on that place, because actually I've been back since, and I actually don't. I think if you look at every fight separately, and take every fight out of Heart of Fear, we'd all be saying it was actually really good and we enjoyed it. Unfortunately, stuff happening in the guild at the time, and I think it's sort of like why I don't like Ulduar. Even though Ulduar was a very good place, for me, it's symbol sort of a crappy guild time, if you know what I mean, because my guild at the time that I ran was disbanding and all this type of stuff. Loads of stuff happened in real life. So that's
you joined right after, didn't you? You joined in.
Yeah, I joined. Then Bridge. That's when after Trial and Tribulations in another server, I joined in ICC.
Yeah.
So
for those that probably almost everyone who watches this doesn't know, we all met each other in a guild called Bridge Burners, and Wrath of Lich King was great for it. Cataclysm was fine for it, but Mist of Pandaria, things happened like things that usually do in a guild. Things will saturate. Bad apples.
Stuff will happen, basically.
Yes.
Stuff will happen.
Monks.
Well, that's definitely. But that aside, eventually the guild stopped raiding. We were once a realm best. We got realm first Lich King, 25 and heroic stuff like that.
Realm first Lich King, realm first Numerak, realm first Algalol. We got everything except Kel'Thuzad, that expansion.
Yeah. So things went. Excuse my language, but as Matt sometimes likes to say, tits up. And so now we're in our new guild, which doesn't have as much progress as I personally would like, but going from 10 man to 20 man is a huge change.
Exactly. So I mean, it's doing fine for.
It's doing fine
at the moment. I mean, there's nothing, but yeah.
Yeah, it's doing fine, but basically because of that, we really don't like Mist of Pandaria first tier. It holds bad memories for us.
Exactly. So it's not maybe that other people think they are great tiers, but we just dislike them from a personal point of view.
Enough of the council session.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, I'm glad we have 6 weeks of Mythic progression, at least in Highmall, before we go into Blackrock. So
it'll mean that everybody's well geared for Blackrock.
That too. My one concern though is I don't think, at least for our guild, the 6 weeks, so really 4 weeks, because this raid week is almost done, is going to be enough to clear entire Mythic Highmall.
Yeah, I reckon.
Well, you might come back then to that.
I reckon this week we'll probably get hopefully something else down, and then it all depends what Brackenspor's like, and
if we're gonna kill something, it has to be tonight. So we have to kill Brackenspore tonight then.
Of course.
I hope we do.
Have faith. Just like George Michael, you've got to have faith.
I need to see the results.
I'm gonna stop you there and drop you from the call now because you're taking a little bit too far now, man. I mean, there's limits.
Oh, sorry.
Even for you.
I mentioned George Michael. I do apologize.
Right. So, that's pretty much it. They have more surprises planned. Blah blah blah. Great. Let us know when you actually have information for us, Blizzard.
They'll tweet it.
In game.
In game with Pepe on their head.
Exactly.
That's basically what they have planned for us. Pretty much all good. Some strange things like the in-game time for gold and tweeting. I hope they'll expand on that because they could make it a real source of information for players.
It could.
Any last comments for this last podcast of 2014?
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yes.
Merry Christmas. I think we didn't say at the start, but we've not been on since, so we'll say congratulations to Paragon being the world first and sort of taking a few people by surprise. Yeah. For me, anyway. I wasn't really expecting it.
I was expecting Method to take it.
Yeah,
me too.
And it's been a very challenging year. In the sense
with a lot of unexpected things, yeah, definitely.
It's been a very challenging year for podcasts because we have to admit there has been all to talk about most weeks.
Yes, it's been a quite eventful year.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's been quite an eventful year. AK, there's been bugger all to talk about most weeks because we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. The start of the year was an absolute nightmare. Say what's happened today? Nothing.
Well, here's the thing, and now we're reviewing our own podcast while on the podcast, but I really feel like it's gone up a lot since Warlords came out because there's been so much more to talk about.
Yeah, we can. It's free, more freely and stuff like that. But say, at the end of the day, it has been good. We're trying to get this out every week when there's stuff to talk about. But
there's stuff to talk about.
Doesn't always have enough to talk about.
That's what World of Warcraft, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a good New Year, and don't drink too much.
Well, drink too much. Just be careful with the fireworks.
Yeah, don't blow off your hands. I think
exactly.
It's the main thing.
It sounds very old and very pathetic here, but yeah, don't blow off your own hands because it's fun.
Yeah. Right. So, with that, their pieces said. Also, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the past year of podcasts, and well, since January, the website we've grown immensely in the 1 year. We've really grown to heights I did not expect us to grow in the first place. But at the same time, I feel we still have a long way to go with the new goals for us to reach.
So always good to have goals and try to reach them. I mean,
with
no small part due to Blizzard actually making us an official fan site, we have grown a lot, and I think it's definitely been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's hopefully going to be a lot more fun on the topic of rating guides. Once my Christmas break starts, I have to work on Monday, so on Tuesday I'll probably make the Twin Ogron Mythic guide. So you have that to look forward to. Afterwards, the amount of content coming out is going to be a lot lower because Christmas break, we're not going to be rating as much either. No new fights to kill. Means no new video guides. If there's any news, we'll of course post it on the website. Let me think. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope you'll stick with us. Keep sharing our content with people who haven't seen us yet.
They might be interested, hopefully.
And hopefully we'll be interested. Follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/WoWweekly or twitter.com/BMezzy. Anything else I forgot, guys, that I need to plug?
Nope.
No, okay then. One thing to look forward to in 2015 is our new design corner, where I will be putting on the hat of so-called being a Blizzard developer and coming up with some stuff I would like to see in the game myself. Changes, raid instances, stuff like that. The actual first thing I'll be doing, together with someone who'll be making art for it, really cool, I'm really looking forward to that, is going to be the Time-Lost Halls of Karazhan. But you'll see more of that in 2015. So, thanks for watching. I'm Mezzy, and I'll see you again next time.
See you.
See ya.